liking. Just now. Take a chip, take a chip, take a chip, take a chip now. Hey, shake it, hip, shake it, hip, shake it, hip, shake it, hip, wow. We are the sound of 100,000 coming on the road. We are the vibration that you feel when the music low. We are the mud and the oil and we come the dirty of the clothes. I made the girl them wine and strike the electric pose. Take a chip, take a chip, take a chip, take a chip now.
Welcome to the city of Bridgetown. I am CG, Carcine Greenwich. Today we have a very intriguing, interesting conversation with one of the leaders in Barbados' annual National Crop Over Festival. He tells us a bit about what is involved in executing a band such as his and the benefit to the economy of Barbados. Come follow me as we engage Brian in this intriguing conversation. Brian, good day. We're here at your band house, Colorz Entertainment. Let me thank you for allowing us the opportunity to actually meet up with you, get a sense of who Brian Worrell is and Colorz, the entertainment company. You're a perennial participant in the annual Crop Over Festival. Let's talk about who Brian Worrell is for the purpose of viewers meeting you for the first time.
All right, well, Brian Worrell is the name. Brian with a Y, and I'm a jack of many trades, right? So I do quite a bit of different things, which don't sometimes correlate to what you're normally going to see. I have a background in finance, worked in banking for a long time, still do as a consultant these days, but also always had a love for art, creativity, and craft. So that started from school days. Having a love for craft and art and drawing and so on and so forth. So that is where some of my creativity also comes from. So I'm a person that tries to maximize the talents that I've been given, right? So I'm also a sportsman, represented Barbados in sports, basketball, was a Division 1 player for like 25 years. Okay. Yeah, so getting into the crop over was somewhat of a gradual thing for me. Started out from doing parties and so on, and from that I got invited from a friend of mine to try our hand at doing a 4-day morning band first. And did a section with a band called Colorz International with J-Cat in probably like 98 or 99, and that was pretty successful doing the first section we did, and ventured off into doing our own band. The relationship with the partner that I started with, that kind of faded out, and I went on my own to create Colorz. It's really a creative name. You don't want your name, you want your name to be synonymous, you want it to be unique. And the name Colorz is just, if you see Colorz as an S, it's just regular old, but boring. See, that signifies who we are. I started this because I had an idea for a party when I was in school, to have a party that was a theme party on colors. You wear white, you wear black, you wear blue, you wear red, and that color theme was at the time what I was thinking about planning when I came up with the name. So I was doing this color theme fest, and the name Colorz kept coming up in my planning. Colorz all the time. And I said, hey, I looked up, I went to register the name just to make sure there wasn't any other companies with the same Colorz name. It wasn't. And I created my company in 2000. And from then, it was just pressing gas. We would have graduated to doing grant fulfillment after the popularity of the 4-day band. We would have been the most recognizable band and brand in 4-day morning for a number of years leading up to that move. And based on the members, our members are the one that pushed us and said, man, we want to do the big day, we want to do the big day. And when they first made the request, maybe like that was around 2012, 2013, I then said, all right, I would need to do my research, because everything that I do, I research first, so that when I execute, that is a plan and not necessarily a risk. So what I did, I went out on the road and sort of filmed to do my day for 2 years. So I went to my at that time, I tell you how long ago this was, I had a BlackBerry tablet.
Yeah, I remember those days.
My BlackBerry tablet, I filmed to my very top. Because I'm a decontrol guy, decontrol is very, very good. So Kadooman is nothing new to me. But I wanted to capture it from start to the end. So I went up early. One of those Mondays I went up early, captured how people assemble, how they go to the stadium, how they exit the stadium. I went on the road that year to do the 4x4 just to see how they execute the band on the road and the logistics to get those pointers, and then just to see the stage on the road. Then
And we're talking before 2000 when you launched this.
2012.
20
At that time, 10, 12 years.
planning stages towards
Then
launch.
around 2012 is when I started getting the request to do it. Not to move on that request straight off. I had to research it a bit first
First, market research.
to make sure I knew how I would execute, because things that I look out for is not only the successes but failures too, and how people feel. So if I know how people feel, I know how not to. Right? So in planning, I took 2 years, took my time too, because I know Kaduma is a more expensive venture to go into. So I kind of took my time in terms of also accumulating some capital I would have needed to start. Because like I told you, I have a background in finance, so I know to do anything you need to have capital, because sponsorship isn't a given thing. So I would have accumulated some funding on my own to raise enough money that I could have funded the band to get the prototypes and set up the business in the right way. When I started 2016, I actually did the very first Grand Kaduma band.
I see that you launched on the road, coming from 4-day morning.
Gone into from 4-day, then into band 2016.
And every year
Every year since then.
till then, till now,
Still going.
what keeps you going every year? There must be something about your participation, about the festival, that keeps you coming every year.
Yeah, like alright. So my involvement in Papova goes back way before that too. My sister used to take me to Calypso Tanks back in the steel shed, back in the House of Soca days,
Okay.
and those things, right? So I had a love always for Calypso and Soca, and then the Kaduma Pass in my neighborhood every year. We used to come out as young boys and get a little jump down with the band, and we'll come back up and jump down with another band. So a passion for the revelry was always something that was in me. We used to do 4-day morning before it was really formalized officially as a reveler, and I always had a passion to do it. But then seeing it then as something where you could express some of your creativity too is what kind of pulled me into more and more as I got into it. So that was the evolution really of how I started into it, and ventured into all the different aspects that we're now even doing Junior Kaduma now. You won't see that display here because I already sold it.
I see. So, Colorz Entertainment has morphed into a larger operation from 2000. In your view, based on your experience from 2000 up until now, and from what you have seen in the market, what do you consider to be some of the necessary ingredients for a successful Kaduma 4-day morning Kiddies Kaduma band, in your opinion, based on your experience?
I would say the number one thing is execution, right? So you can do everything. You can have the best marketing campaign, the best budget, whatever. When you do get the people on board with you, and then you go execute, right? You will really end up not being a long-lasting brand. One of the things I looked at also in my doing marketing as researching in marketing and advertising also is looking at brands that are successful, what makes them successful, and it's consistency. And if you can be consistent in delivery, execution, meaning that if a member comes in here and spends money with us, they need to know what they're going to expect, and when they spend the money, we try to execute year after year, and that's what I think keeps the brand going, because people kind of know what to expect with our brand, right? We build up a bit of equity in Papova, and it is a brand now that's recognizable for delivering and offering people a good value for the money that they spend. We cater to everybody. We are not only catering to the young demographic, but we're catering to all ages. We want to have options here for all ages. So all of our options are very reasonably priced.
I'm sure there are going to be persons viewing this chat between you and I who perhaps may not have yet participated in a band on the road Grand Kaduma Day, or even a 4-day morning band. You spoke just now about frontline, midline, backline. For the purpose of the audience, what exactly are you describing?
So a frontline costume is sometimes seen as a more elaborate costume. So it's for the person that wants to be a little more elaborate. There's some people that women that like to be more, diverish. So the frontline doesn't mean positioning.
That's the clarity.
It means the costume, because you can be anywhere, right? In the band, it doesn't matter where, but you're in a section or whatever. But you can be anywhere in the room. The package now comes with a little bit more things in the goodie bag, so you get a little bit more for the value. Let's say you get a nicer duffel bag, or you get some nicest things as a frontline rebel. Right?
I got you.
Not that the backline doesn't get stuff. We try to give everybody things, but obviously the more they pay, a little bit more you would offer them and stuff. So then midline, and how the prices are, how it normally is ranged is based on pricing. So when you hear frontline, that's normally more higher price. You hear midline, that's like under the frontline, and backline then would be the most economical option.
I got you.
Can have, right? And it's obviously it will be a little bit differently decorated because based on price.
This category description is across all bands in the market, not necessarily only limited.
Yeah, all bands.
So persons considering would obviously have varying price points from which they can choose.
Yeah.
And depending on their budget, their interest, they will choose.
And their style of costume as well. So not they want to be conservative or want to be out there, more skin showing. There are options for everyone. It's a small team that we have, family-oriented group first, and then few extended friends that are close-knit.
How important is team to a production
Team
label?
is vitally important because, like you said, you can't do everything on your own. You have to have a reliable team behind you that even when you are not present, you know that things are being done correct. There's a formula to it, right, that you have to stick to. So everyone knows, and our aim is to start production early. So our thing is not to be rushing, but to start. Right now, our kiddies is already in production. The junior band production is already starting on those pieces because the band is sold out. We know what we have to make. We're making them. So those will be done by, let's say, the first week in June. Our kiddies production with our team will be already finished, and then we'll move into the next stage of production. It takes a constant effort from April all the way down.
When one comes and makes their payment, it does not mean that the costume is already available.
Not at all.
So they're measured
Because we have sizing charts. Where and some for women now, women would know what size bra she wears. So she'll say, okay, wear C top bra, D, whatever. And once you give us the size, we make that for the customer. So it's a personalized costume each time, right? So you have a person that have a bigger top than a smaller bottom, and vice versa. Some women have a bigger bottom than a smaller top. So each costume order is individually customized for that individual.
So I can imagine what that means is that you are not left holding a lot of stock at the end of the season.
Sometimes it is not always as simple as that, because it depends on how your costume sell and how fast, right? Let's say your costume sell late. Sometimes you have to predetermine and make ahead, because you sometimes can only sell what you have. So it is predetermination. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of guesswork or know the history of how your band sells, right? If your band's a band that sells quickly, then you are pretty much ahead of the game, similar to what our Kiddies to the Up band is right now, where we already know all of the sizes because it's sold out already. So
Brian, it helps when you've got your clients, customers, revelers coming forward and making their early payments. And you have an idea.
So what we've done in terms of a strategy is to make the opening deposit more reasonable, so that it allows people to come in and select the costume, pay a minimal amount, then they can pay it over as many times as they want. Right?
Makes their budgeting more manageable. What are some of the skill sets that would comprise your small team to make this?
It's craftsmanship. So you have to be able to know. For instance, I made all the color pieces.
You actually are involved in the actual production too as well. Okay.
All these color pieces you see here, I actually did. So the productions are 100% original. So that was my strategy in terms of, if I can do a lot of the work in-house, then I don't have to outsource it and pay a fee to do that. And obviously I have to pass on the fee. So I'm pretty much trying to saving the customers the fee because I do deliver myself.
See, so operational efficiency help to determine what your final price.
Yeah,
to the
it's like
customer
a
is.
mason building a house, right? If I'm a mason, I build my house. My house can be cheaper than yours. I can be less effective, less cost effective for the mason, but he will do the work himself.
That boils down to planning and execution.
Planning and execution,
Exactly what you're
and where you want to position your brand.
And I am aware there are some band leaders who outsource the productions of their costume.
Yeah.
Your production happens in the island,
Yes, of course.
right? So it's a Bajan band. What are some of the challenges you have been experiencing over the years with the execution of your band that contributes immensely to the success that Hopover is on an annual basis?
The challenge always is testing the market every year and the uncertainty. So you can think you have the best design, best costume. You could put it to the market, and then the market is like, don't like it, right? So you have to go into it knowing that it's not a given that you're going to get the overwhelming support of customers. Now, what we've done though is not to focus too much on the costumes, but to focus on the experience that we give people. So our members are some of the most loyal members you will find in the Captivate Festival, where we know we can have a standard amount of people that come with us every year. And it's because we deliver, like I said, focus is on delivery. And we listen to. So if a year something fell wrong, first before they can mention it, we say, hey, we fell down here, can improve on that next year. If we have to do anything, we try to keep an ear to our customers and their needs, and if they have any issues, try to fix them on the fly. So those are the things where it helps you year to year, to execute the plan, because you know that you have people that are loyal members.
And it links with the understanding it's more expensive to recruit a new customer than it is to maintain an existing customer. You treat them well now, keep them coming back.
But word spreads. Customers do more work for me than I can do for myself. So if I put out a good product and you go home and you say, listen, I bet Colorz, I had a ball. People that want to hear that, for every good comment, 8 people will hear that. Right? Similar as a negative comment. For every one negative comment, it multiplied by 8. That's the kind of ratio that it has. So you want more good to be exuding from your band than negative. So that's why I try to make sure that if the name Colorz is mentioned, it's known for positive, it's known for good things, it's known for proper quality. And those are the things that we try to build this brand on. Challenges are always going to come. And that's one of the other actualities in doing this business. Like, you could have everything planned how you want it, but there's something that's going to go wrong. You have to know how to pivot, and then you know how to adjust. So I don't really look at challenges, because I look at life, and it's just life as it happens. And we don't really look at things to say, well, this is a problem. I try to just step over hurdles as they come. That's how I go.
From your analysis of your Reveler client base, where are you seeing your revelers coming from? Are they primarily local participants, or you've got others from outside of Barbados who sign up?
The brand is international. So although we do have a solid local base, we do have consistent members. We have markets in Canada, in Toronto. One of my section leaders actually is from Toronto. UK as well. Strong London base as well. We even have calls to come up there and do something with them up there. But it's kind of tight because I also do a boat ride with some friends in New York every summer too. So we do a number of things. We've taken the band on the Parkway 4 years. Colorz was actually associated with Bajan Paradise, which is a Barbadian band up there. We did that for 4 years on our own, not with any government help or assistance or anything. We took the brand and we actually did very, very well, where our section was actually judged by the judges in New York as a t-shirt / band at the time. So we've done quite a bit of things to spread the name of the brand.
How many revelers are you looking forward to hosting on the road for each 4-day morning and Grand Kaduna?
4-day morning, we consistently are around 1,000, between 1,000 and 1,500. That's our range. Some years it would dip below, some years it would go above. Depends on climate, certain things that would influence people coming out to want to participate. But We usually cater to around 1,000 people for their morning. And for Grand Kaduma, we are around 400. So we got 4 sections this year. We try to put at least 100 people in each section of the road for Grand Kaduma.
I want to talk a bit about sponsorship of bands like yours and its relevance. As I listen to you and I observe what you are proposing to offer this crop over season, there must be a significant cost associated with this production.
It's a lot of money. It costs a lot. It costs a lot just to make what you see here. Right? To get to this point, you spend well in excess of $20,000 to just get here, to get the prototypes done. And this, like I told you, this is with me being the main driver of the designing and the activity behind this. And then let's say you had to pay for a design. Designs at this stage go for around $5,000 a section, just to get the design and the prototype. So that would have been straight off the bat, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 just to get the designs and prototypes. Some bands have 5-6 sections, so you know how the price goes up. Then you have to look at the Nota band house at this space that we're in today. That's a cost.
And we are here. This is your band house for the season. We are in Bridgetown. This is Carlisle House. Carlisle House in the city of beautiful historic city of Bridgetown. It's convenient for patrons to find you. But before we continue along, tell me about sponsorship and the costs.
So sponsorship then does go a long way after you have exuded the amount of money to get to the starting line. But this is the part. Let's say it was an athletic meet. You know, the athlete trained to go to the meet, and then they go run the race. So we are at the point where the race has started. But to get to the training and doing all that, a lot of money was spent.
Already spent.
Now, sponsorship does go a long way in terms of us being successful. Having good partnerships with sponsors that can help us financially or in a tangible way. It may not be financial cash, but they're tangible things that we can offer to kind of offset some of the costs that we already have. Then that also goes a long way in terms of helping us being profitable. And bands being profitable is a direct turnover for them as well, because the more of us are in the industry, the more it is a chance for them to be successful in the businesses that they're in. So you normally will get the support from businesses that are directly tied into crop over as being sponsors, right? But they will benefit.
They offset. Yeah. They're coming on board as sponsors, offset your costs.
Because let's say you look at a drinks company, all of us have to have drinks, right? So the less bands there are, less money that they can make. So it's also in their best interest to ensure that bands get support to keep them coming, right? So it's a fair trade-off. They support us, we support them by purchasing product, and you know that's what economic activity is all about.
So the sponsor benefit in a significant way when they invest money in
definitely.
Your band. And
Definitely. I mean, there's different reasons for sponsorship. Bands, you get sponsorship. Some sponsors may want visibility, where they want some visibility for a new product that's coming on the market, and your band offers them a great opportunity to showcase their brand, and then the product now being used by customers then will also allow to use after pop-up as well.
Yes.
So we are a platform for them to introduce new products or to just drive sales for some existing products.
I imagine targeting sponsors is a major part of your execution.
Yeah, definitely. It's tiring, I'll be honest with you, because you have to also make deals that make sense and know how to navigate bad deals. Because not every deal that's offered is a good deal. So you still have to know when you go into those negotiating rooms you have to have some level of what you need to get, also knowing what the sponsor will need to get, and come to an agreement. Not
That
first offer
requires some research on your part.
Again, is experience, right? When I first started out, I had no equity with my brand, so I had to take what was offered. Now I do have equity in my brand, knowing that I do have a space in the market that is recognizable. So I am offering you a platform for your brand to be associated. So now I do have some negotiating power. So knowing that you have the negotiating power now allows you to kind of have more direct conversations with sponsors, and not it's just a committee meeting and tell, okay, here's what we get you.
It helps when you've been in the market executing for over 20
Yeah,
years.
it does. I mean, I know the lower points. I've had to take things, man, that you won't believe because you didn't have a choice. But now that you do have a choice, where, like I said, I would have gotten where I'm here now today for any sponsor up to the point where the bank house had to open. They have a sponsor on board. And that comes with having good financial practices, knowing the market, knowing how to do.
I'm seeing the connection.
So, like I said, it all ties in. Business and creativity have to fuse. It's not one and the other. If you're in this creative space, also have to know how to do business as well, or you wouldn't last. So,
There is a creative aspect of band production, but there's a business
yeah,
of
definitely.
band
And
production.
I put the business before anything else.
Yes.
If it doesn't make business sense to me, I don't start.
Because at the end of the day, Brian, you and your team must make a profit from this production.
When a band takes 8 to 9 months, people think that, well, you just gave me a swimsuit on it. No. Couple of finishes in August. I'm traveling in September, September, the same month. Starting to look for prototypes, already thinking about my next year theme, but it takes a long time. So you're not putting that much effort not to make a few cents.
Where can viewers find you online, and how can they register to participate in this year's and next year's Grand Kadooment 4-day morning and the Junior Kadooment?
We're on 2 social media platforms. We're on Instagram and on Facebook. Colorz Entertainment. You can search by the name out there, or our handle on Instagram is Colorz Events. That's COLORZENTEVENTS. So Colorz Events on Instagram, Colorz Entertainment on Facebook. We also have an app, a website app that you can go to view and purchase costumes on the app. That's Colorz, same as our spelling, COLORZ dot MASOS, to MASOS dot app. So you go there, you see all of our costumes. There's also a link to the website on both our Facebook page and our Instagram page. Just click the link in the bio, take you right here.
Does the future look bright?
Will have to be. I always look at the glass half full, man.
Maybe Colorz.
The sky is full. The sky is colorful. It's colorful. We just want to make sure that we are there for the long haul. We're there for 25 years, 25 more years.
And your theme, again, for this season, Mother Africa.
Yeah, Mother Africa for Grand Kadooment, paint the town. Pop up its colors. Remember.
Indeed. And that's a wrap.
Can do a thing with you, can do a thing with you now.